Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, Minnesota prosecutors, they want Derek Chauvin to receive a harsh sentence. And he really should get that. But, in America, you just don't know. When it comes down to white males, it's even as heinous as the killing was, many believe he shouldn't go to jail. Many believe he should get a light sentence. But history shows, just judging from Amber Geiger, I would say his sentence will probably be too light no matter what. If this man don't spend the rest of his life behind bars, then whatever sentence they give him is not enough. Not even a 20-year sentence is good enough in my eyes, or even 30 or 40. It has to be a life sentence. If it's not that, it's not good enough. So Minnesota prosecutors argue Derek Chauvin must receive a harsh sentence because he showed particular cruelty towards George Floyd. So this is the Insider, May 1st, 2021. Minnesota prosecutors on Friday requested in a court filing that ex-Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin receive an aggravated sentence for the death of George Floyd. The document signed by AG Ken Ellison urged Hennepin County District Judge Peter Cahill to consider 5 aggravating factors warranting a punishment beyond the typical sentencing range. Those 5 factors included Floyd's vulnerability, Chauvin's particular cruelty, Chauvin's abuse of authority, the involvement of 3 other officers who actively participated in the crime, and the presence of children. Chauvin is sentenced. Now, he will be coming back to court in June for his sentencing. Typically, a defendant with Chauvin's conviction and with no prior criminal record would receive the sentence of 12 and a half years. That's what they're fighting for. And we know 12 and a half years, that's the Amber Geiger sentence. It really is. Okay? No, 12 and a half years, but this is what his defense is trying to get for him. Floyd, an unarmed Black man, died on May 25th after Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes during an arrest. The video of the arrest shows that Floyd repeatedly said he could not breathe. Chauvin's criminal conduct occurred while Mr. Chauvin was in a vulnerable position on the ground. The evidence at the trial showed that the officers handcuffed Floyd behind his back and held him down in a prone position with his chest against the pavement. Ellison wrote in the memo, the defendant was trained that this position posed a significant risk of positional asphyxia. Ellison also wrote that Floyd continued to maintain his position by kneeling on his neck, even as Floyd exclaimed 27 times that he could not breathe, even as Mr. Floyd said that the defendant's actions were killing him. Chauvin's defense attorney, Eric Nelson, filed his own memo on Friday disputing each of the 5 aggravating factors prosecutors named. Nelson argued that Floyd was not particularly vulnerable. Chauvin did not display particular cruelty, and the other officers accused of actively participating have not been convicted. He also argued that the presence of a child and Chauvin's alleged abuse of authority were not considered aggravating factors. Chauvin faces up to 40 years in prison for his second-degree murder charge. He also faces 25 years for a third-degree murder charge and up to 10 years for second-degree manslaughter. Because Chauvin was convicted on all charges, he will be sentenced to on the top charges of second-degree murder. Well, like I said, y'all, I'm not happy unless he's in there for the rest of his life. He's a danger to the public. I'm sorry, he is. He's a danger to the public. He should not be out at all. So, because Chauvin was convicted of all charges, he will be sentenced on the top charge of second-degree murder. Ellison wrote that Chauvin didn't respect the sanctity of life or serve with compassion as dictated by the police of the Minneapolis Police Department. The defendant thus did not just inflict physical pain, he caused Floyd psychological distress during the final moments of his life, leaving Mr. Floyd helpless as he squeezed the last vestiges, I like that, out of his body. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, what I see is they better do the right thing or they're going to have a big problem. You know, this 12.5 year sentence, that ain't going to work. You know, maybe that's what the prosecution want, but no, that 12.5 years does not fit the crime that was committed. It doesn't. Just like for Amber Geiger, 10 years don't fit the crime that she did. If it was anybody else shooting in an apartment and killing someone, you know damn well you'll get far more than some 10 years. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.